It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we's Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
About ready to get this one started. Amy Fairbairn ready to kick it off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. At the 29-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really...
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
In year two, I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year two, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year two is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Stroud gonna throw right away. The ball comes out. The Cowboys have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. And what a place to start the drive. First and goal at the 3. Now Prescott. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And it'll be second and goal.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do. And
to the goal line and in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. It's up and through. The Cowboys will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Texans offense ready for their second possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback. He's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's complete to Stephon Diggs.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stroud going to set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he will score. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans are on the board. It's now 14-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Cavante Turpin on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Derek Stingley Jr. off the edge makes the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Dowdle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, Prescott. That's down the field for Lamb. That's caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Prescott. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. To the air again, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run with Dowdle. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass. And I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Prescott on 1st.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Nico Collins and his Texans teammates getting set for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll go play action with Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Tight end, that's Dalton Schultz. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Great job here by the quarterback on 3rd and short, knowing that if nothing's there downfield, he can pick this up with his legs. And not only is he able to pick up the first down, he gets a whole lot more than that.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On the option, they give it to Mixon. Mixon has the first down and more. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. To the left side, and caught by Schultz. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
He's back to Schultz. He's got it again. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll take it on in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans draw closer here. It's 21-14. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Cooks going in motion. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 42-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. 2nd down, Prescott. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Prescott again. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to CeeDee Lamb, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll throw again. Dak to the outside, looked in by Lamb. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Again, Prescott to the air. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18 at the 26-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. He will let this go. Deep downfield for Dell. That is hard. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick here is good. Add one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the veteran quarterback Dak Prescott who had it working in the first half. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter, so he has been on target throughout. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half.
Brandon
3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Here's Pierce for the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of this game right throughout this one. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Trying the right side. Taken in by side the opponent's 35.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's into the hands of Diggs. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized there was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. To throw is Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will tie the game at 24.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Dak to throw. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. The veteran Robert Woods goes back to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And it looks like he's going to have that 1st down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
All game long, Mike, this guy is asked to make key block after key block for the ball carrier. But this time, the coach is calling him to do the running for a change, and on 3rd and short, no surprise, he gets the job done.
That is quickly out to Diggs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Stroud. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And he will go all the way. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Texans will go up by 7.
Cowboys 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Cowboys offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. To the left side, caught by Lamb. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Prescott on first down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Dallas. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle. He's got the tight end, Schultz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They are trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They come up for 2nd and 2. Here's Mixon. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. Mixon. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Laramie Tunsil, the big tackle, flagged there.
Still first down.
They go with Mixon. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. They'll stick to the ground.